Dr. John Fadele. Hi. Nice to meet you, boss. I saw your publication recently. So I noticed you worked on Lumpy virus. So I had a lot of questions. So that's why I'm happy to meet you now. So why Lumpy virus? And it's about cows and animals. How does it affect me personally?
Oh, okay. One of the big concerns, especially with sub-Saharan Africa, is food insecurity, especially protein malnutrition. And so, it's a problem because we lose most of our livestock to a lot of these infectious diseases in different animals, PPR, ASF, to name a few, and avian influenza, especially in poultry. And so, um, because of this constant loss, we lose them year in, year out to these diseases. And so there's shortage of protein in the market, meat, milk, and so on. And so that's an half or a half of the problem that comes with loss of livestock. And then another problem is with the farmers directly. Sometimes they lose when you stock your farm, you expect certain returns after a certain amount of period of time. So if you don't meet that time before you lose those animals, that shortage of income. And so that's a big deal. It means that you can't keep being in the business over time.
Oh, wow. Now I understand the master's you just acquired. Congratulations, it was well deserved. Thank you so much. I understand that concept. So now, why do you now focus on Africa and Central Africa? Because I noticed you focused your research on that area. Is there anything specific that or interest that we need to know about that?
The thing is, like a lot of infectious diseases, both in humans and in livestock, most of them originated from Africa. Lumpy Skin Disease Virus especially originated in Zambia around 1929. And so, but the thing is that because it is now a big deal outside of Africa, causing big havocs in dairy and hide and skin industry outside of Africa. And so, because it's causing so much problem there is a call to understand the disease, and you can't understand the disease unless you go back to the origin, and the origin is in Africa. So it's now been realized that there is paucity of studies, there is appropriate lack of studies because we've not appropriately studied the different strains of that LSDV, especially from the continent of origin, which is Africa. So the point is to see if we can characterize or know the strain in this part of the world better so that we can profile solutions, because viruses don't know boundaries. They move every
Exactly. Yeah. They don't need visa to travel.
Exactly.
That's the point. Okay. So now, according to your research, what are your findings that you feel like, we should know about, or that they are interesting to you? You would like to share?
Well, I think the first thing that is glaring is that the strain of the virus we have in this part of the world is distinct from what we have in other parts of the world.
Really?
Yes, it's distinct.
So it's even unique on its own.
Yes.
So African power.
Yes, and because of that, we also want further to understand where those differences are, because for a strain to be different from another strain, it must have acquired some changes. We call it mutations. So
okay.
Yeah, and so we realized that the locations where these mutations were in regions that could be important for effectiveness of vaccines. And so it means that this strain, if there is an exportation of this strain into another part of the world and then they use the regular vaccines, it would not work, because the regions where the mutations are the regions that interact with the vaccines to make the vaccines effective. Yeah, and then another thing that was really interesting was the fact that we also saw the virus in a type of fly, the flesh flies.
Really?
Yeah, for the first time. There have been several reports in different flies, in mosquitoes, Aedes, and then in ticks, but there had never been a report of Lumpy Skin Disease Virus in flesh flies. And so this was the first time. And then it goes to show that there is more to the vectors that are involved in this transmission.
So now more culprits that carries the same virus around now.
Yeah.
So we need to really be very careful.
Yes.
So those are very interesting findings. Thank you so much for contributing to World One Health.